हेलो दोस्तों, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। उम्मीद है कि आप सब खुश होंगे। खुशी के साथ मैं आप लोग को चलता हूँ लेके अ, शेयर स्क्रीन में हमने आपको दिखाया है कि मॉर्बिड हिस्ट्री जो अमेरिका की हिस्ट्री है और उसको हम आज सुनते हैं। वी आर जस्ट गोइंग टू लिसन इट इन इंग्लिश और लेट्स सी दैट व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी एंड हाउ इट इज टू बी। इट इज जस्ट कंप्लीट हार्ड वर्ड्स फॉर यू, so you may use that and use them, right? I just sure that you just listen and just enjoy too much. See, morbid. That
You're listening to a Morbid Network podcast.
that's a podcast from USC, isn't it? Right?
Hey, weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Elena.
And this is Morbid.
It's morbid in the morning, in case you couldn't tell from our voices.
Morbid in the
Yeah.
morning. It's like very early morning. We haven't done one like this in a while.
A while, and
But-
it's rainy out.
Yeah, it's real spooky.
It is.
It's cold though. It's like very cold rain, which
No.
is disgusting.
The holidays are upon us.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is like in a minute.
It's like in a minute.
In a minute. We
A
did this
minute.
early.
You
in
need
the
to listen
morning
carefully
because
for
Sugar was
understanding your
leaving on my
life.
honeymoon.
You
'cause
just
I
try
got
to write on your
married.
pages.
Woo!
Last Isaac these days.
A whole ass Isaac.
Absolutely wild.
It was
Um,
such a good wedding.
It was so much fun.
It was so fun.
It was so fun. I had the 2 best maid of honors in the entire world.
Oh my god, I was one of them.
I just got so many of the there's so many cute pictures of us.
That's
There's one of you
American
giving your
sunset.
speech, and I'm just like, actually, there's one of you giving your speech, and I'm looking on lovingly, and then there's one of you giving your speech, and I'm holding up a one
And I know
finger.
exactly what it's
I-
because it's for the Captain Crunch Slurpee that she's
Or
literally
the
told
fish
everyone
tacos.
and the fish tacos. I told you we weren't speaking of it
We're
anymore.
not talking about the fish tacos.
One time. Fish taco.
That's not
incident
that
will
much
remain
nowadays,
unnamed.
people.
Thank you and good night. But no, it was so had a blast.
It was awesome. It was
Right.
gorgeous. You were gorgeous.
Oh, you were gorgeous.
Drew was gorgeous.
Drew was gorgeous.
All that.
Gorgeous. He crowd surfed 3 times.
It was
great.
it was
It
amazing.
was epic. All right, so I said, why don't we do a little cursed town?
Yeah, this town wild. Like it's just a weird ass town. It's
Yeah.
not even a town, is it?
It's literally not even a town. It's just like an area on top of a couple of fucking mountains.
It's like one of those
Yeah,
unincorporated
that's
towns
called-
that are really fucking weird.
That's
Yeah,
going
it
to
just
be
got
like-
called a town because
Yeah.
of like the grouping of people that lived there.
Yeah.
But they all went cuckoo nuts bananas allegedly.
Ooh,
And then I did find a listener tale of somebody that's visited.
hell yeah.
We're talking about Dudleytown in Connecticut. Please be aware that I'm not encouraging you to go anywhere near there. That is illegal.
Oh.
But this person, I think, went before it was illegal or went on the low.
And we're
So,
them. for
yeah, we're
that
not judging them
Yeah.
for that in any way. But
on the low
in the forward
motion
times,
of things.
I
the
am
forward times.
encouraging you not to go. Just want to state that.
I like how what you just called the future.
Yeah, the forward
In the
times.
forward
In
times.
the forward times, I am imploring you to not go because
right.
you'll get in trouble, and I don't want that for you.
I don't want that for
And
you.
it's expensive to get in trouble.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll let you know how much, but vamp for a sec because I need another sip of coffee.
All right, I'm vamping because Ash needs a sip of coffee before she goes there. Because I feel like
Was it in one of those weird books? Like you
It
know,
might have been in one of those weird books because it was one of those I was like, huh, this is interesting.
and like we're
but I-
not saying like the book is weird. It's literally like
you know,
weird, like, you know, like weird New Jersey,
New England,
weird
you know,
New England,
weird Connecticut.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
maybe that's what it was.
It probably was.
Or like no. You said a TikTok.
Oh
You
yeah.
said you seen
Yeah,
a
it was. I
TikTok.
synced it.
All right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And let's get into it. So, deep in the woods near Cornwall, Connecticut, in a valley known as Dark Entry Forest,
I'm already sold.
yeah, are the remains of the small village of Dudleytown. Dudleytown was a thriving mining community. It was settled upon in the mid-18th century by British colonists, much like pretty much everywhere else around here.
Yeah, you know.
The town provided charcoal and other minerals for the growing steel industry in and around New England. But by the late 19th century, the mining industry had shifted west. I think we all know about that. I think we learned about that in like
gold
sixth grade.
rush.
The population of Dudleytown shrank until by the early 20th century, there were only a handful of people living in this little, you can call it a village, it's like barely a village.
Like a little hamlet.
Yeah, kind of,
Yeah.
actually. By 1924, the village of Dudleytown was completely abandoned at that point, and it fell into the ownership of a private trust who wanted to restore the forest ecosystem to its pre-colonial health.
Oh,
So they set out on a little ecosystem
makeover.
correct
Extreme makeover.
forest edition.
I like that.
So looking back, historians and other people familiar with this area chalked up the abandonment of this little town hamlet to a variety of social, economic, ecological reasons. But with that being said, there are people who think that those reasons, those social, economic, ecological reasons, are bullshit, and that the real reason the village was abandoned is much darker and far more supernatural in nature.
Oh,
And I'm with them.
and I'm with them.
There are rumors of widespread madness among the villagers, unexplained deaths and other tragedies, and of course a curse that dates back to the founding of the village in the 1740s, or actually possibly even before that,
Huh.
regarding this one family.
Woman to it.
Now today the area is still said to be haunted, and despite being private property, it has become a popular destination for ghost hunters and legend trippers who are determined to find out whether Dudleytown is a truly cursed village or just a victim of those shifting social and economic trends. Boo, boring.
Haunted, cursed.
All right, so let's get into it. Located in the northwest corner of Connecticut, the town of Cornwall was incorporated in 1740, like so long ago. And it was after multiple shares of lands were purchased at auction from Yale College.
Cornwall.
Yeah, and it was about a year or two earlier. Now, early colonists were initially driven to this region for farming and the proximity to the Housatonic River. But they learned pretty quickly that the mountainous landscape made transportation difficult, so limited the crops that could be sold outside of the area for that very reason. Now, the river did of agricultural goods, but most people in the area focused to other forms of business like education and mining. They're just a little more fruitful.
Yeah.
Now, among those who immigrated to Cornwall were several members of the Dudley family. Dudley family, Dudleytown. And in the early 1750s, they settled in this heavily wooded part of Cornwall that sat right on top of a high hill that in time came to be known as Dudleytown. Now, I was kind of saying it earlier, the name would imply that they ended up with their own whole ass town or like fully recognized reason.
Yeah.
But it was just an informal name that they gave to the settlement.
I also love that they gave the name Dudleytown. Like
Yeah.
their last name was Dudley and they were like, Dudleytown.
This is our town, bitch.
It feels like, and I'm not equating them to him, but it feels like something Mayor Humdinger from Paw Patrol would do.
That's a mom moment.
I just,
Humdinger Town. Brought to you by Paw Patrol.
like I could see that happening.
You know what, though?
You know?
That man.
Right?
That man.
That man,
He
it
would.
checks.
No, sort of like how like an urban neighborhood, like a city neighborhood, might gain an informal nickname due to the particular characteristic. That's exactly what it was. Like Beantown for Boston, you know?
Yeah.
Which I didn't know why Boston was called Beantown.
Really?
I thought it was B-Town for the longest time of my life.
Wow.
Only about maybe 5 or 6 years ago did I learn
Oh,
that
you
it
were in
was
your 20s.
in my 20s,
shit.
or maybe like
In the
like
20s.
late teens. But yeah, I always thought it was B-Town.
Wow.
But it's Beantown because we have a lot of baked beans here.
That's hilarious
Yeah.
that you did not know that.
I also didn't know that like baked beans were like a Boston thing.
Yeah.
I thought,
Boston baked beans.
yeah, who knew?
I did.
You, but not me, not I. Who knew? But now I do. Or, you know. No, anyways, early settlers in the area included Thomas Griffiths, Gideon Dudley. What'd you say?
I said, shut up over there.
Shut up.
Computer.
Barzillai Dudley,
Hell
Abel
yeah.
Dudley, and Martin Dudley, who were eventually followed by other families that would also settle upon the town. Just wild ass names though.
Wild ass names.
Barzilay is my favorite name ever.
Barzilay is where it's at.
Oh my god! And I meant to text you. You know that French guy on the pronunciation that we love?
Yes, I love that guy.
I looked it up and he goes, Barzilay. It is easy. Barzilay. Like he was like, you can do it. And I was like, thank you.
Barzilay.
Barzilay.
It is easy.
I was like,
Barzilay.
I don't know if it is. I love
He
him.
always encourages.
He does.
I like him.
Hi, I'm Lindsey Graham, the host of Wondery's podcast American Scandal. We bring to life some of the biggest controversies in U.S. history: presidential lies, corruption in sports, corporate fraud. Our newest season looks at Aaron Hernandez, a rising pro football star who shocked the sports world when he was arrested for a brutal murder in 2013. Fans, media, and Hernandez's own family couldn't understand how a beloved and respected player for the New England Patriots with a $40 million contract could commit such a heinous crime. But there had been warning signs all along the way, and they pointed to a much larger health crisis among current and former NFL players. Follow American Scandal on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can binge American Scandal Aaron Hernandez early and ad-free right now on Wondery Plus.
Listeners, we have a new show that we think you're going to freaking love. From Wondery and hosted by Laura Beale, the critically acclaimed Dr. Death is back with a new season. Dr. Death,
nice.
Bad Magic. A story of miraculous cures,
What
magic,
music I do.
and murder. When a charismatic hotshot doctor announced revolutionary treatments for cancer and HIV, it seemed like the world had been given a miracle cure. Medical experts rushed to praise Dr. Serhat Gumruku, a genius who is the co-founder of a cutting-edge biotech company. But when a team of private researchers dive into Serhat's background, they begin to suspect the brilliant doctor is
That's it. I think so that we just got it something from. So just to bring an idea of video like that, we just need to get that. Thank you for listening and just try to understand this. Right? Thank you.